Have you noticed that true style isn't shouting anymore? It's whispering. That's because one of the most prevailing style aesthetics that we're continuing to see in 2025 is quiet luxury. I'm here for it, and I bet you are too. In fact, this style aesthetic is perfect for the woman over 50, and I'll tell you why. What is quiet luxury? Some have also called it old money style, but I kind of like the quiet luxury term instead. It's defined by maybe looking a little elevated, a little expensive if you will, but not flashy. It's about the inherent quality of the garment, not the brand name behind it or on it. And quiet luxury is an ideal aspiration for women over 50 because it embraces two qualities that I hear women over and over tell me that they value, and that is comfort and quality. We want to feel comfortable in our clothes. We also want to invest in a quality wardrobe that we can wear year after year so that we're not buying things over and over and wasting. The quiet luxury style aesthetic embraces those two concepts and helps you to create outfits that look a little elevated, they look chic, they look a little glamorous maybe, sophisticated, maybe that's the better word. So today I'm going to give you 5 secrets that will help you master quiet luxury, but also help you build a sustainable wardrobe that you will enjoy wearing for decades to come. Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Kay and this is Dress for My Day, and I show up here most Wednesdays really to help the woman who's over 50 to get dressed for our day. I believe that when we turn 50 or somewhere around that year, we begin to realize that we've lost ourselves a little bit. Maybe you've lost your sense of fashion. Maybe you've lost your drive to get dressed and put your best foot forward. But we never age out of good style. And maybe it's time for you to come back and embrace your style and even start from scratch if you need to. I've got videos, in fact, about starting from scratch, defining your personal style and how to start that journey. But today I want to take us a step further and talk about how to build that quiet luxury style aesthetic while we're also building and curating a sustainable wardrobe, one that truly meets you where you're at. It makes you feel great for your real lifestyle, it fits your budget, and it also feels a little elevated, a little sophisticated, age appropriate. And that's what that quiet luxury style aesthetic does. The problem, however, is how do we create a quiet luxury wardrobe without breaking the bank? I mean, doesn't the name itself imply that it's going to cost a lot? Truly, there are investments necessary, but we want to make smart, wise investments. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're not just going to create that style aesthetic, but we are going to build a wardrobe the smart way. By the way, that quiet luxury style aesthetic also works for really any personal style angles that you might have. Maybe you like to dress a little preppy or classic. Maybe you like to dress really feminine, a little romantic even. Maybe you embrace menswear inspired styles, or maybe you really like more ladylike, even traditional styles. Regardless, you can wear the quiet luxury style aesthetic. It's about looking a little pared down, a little more sophisticated, leaning into the quality of each piece rather than creating a fussy outfit. We'll talk more about that as we go, but I am going to share with you 5 secrets that will help you master that style aesthetic, but also build a wardrobe that you can enjoy year after year for many years. If you're talking about building outfits that look quiet luxury and building a sustainable wardrobe that helps you to create that look, you're going to have to start with a brand that values the same things. Today's sponsor is Lily Silk. I love working with Lily Silk because indeed they do have the same values that we'll have to have if we want that quiet luxury aesthetic. Things like longevity, ethics, and quality. They want us to be able to build a wardrobe that we can wear those pieces year after year. They create their garments to last I am amazed at the construction of some of these garments. For instance, this beautiful charmeuse silk blouse that I'm wearing has French seams on the inside. Do you know what that means? It means that they've made a seam, then they flipped it over and made another seam. So the inside seams are not raw at all. They are smooth, they're completely unexposed. Just really exquisite. That takes a little extra time, a little extra effort, but the finished product is absolutely beautiful. That's how I used to sew my daughter's clothing when she was little and I was doing a lot of smocking and French hand sewing. So I know the effort that takes. That's the kind of quality that they put into each garment. Of course, they also create their garments out of natural fiber fabrics. And those fabrics have those inherent qualities that we're looking for. Things like a beautiful hand, a really soft hand. They feel great against the skin. They also have a beautiful drape. I mean, look at the drape of this beautiful merino wool and silk blend skirt. It is just absolutely exquisite. It just hangs so lovely. The seams lay flat. The stitching is even and small. It has beautiful construction with a hidden zipper here at the side. I mean, all of their garments are just sewn to last, and they're made to feel great on a woman's body. But I also love the fact that Lily Silk is committed to sustainability. They have a zero waste philosophy. In fact, when I received all of these packages, they were each individually packaged in compostable packaging. I was quite impressed. The packaging was beautiful and felt great, but it's compostable. I could put it in my garden. So nice. So they not only create beautiful garments, but they're going to get them to you in a zero waste packaging. I love that. But let's get to those 5 secrets. The first secret to creating quiet luxury outfits and a sustainable wardrobe is fabric first. I really encourage you to lean into natural fiber fabrics. Now look, there is a place in every wardrobe for man-made synthetic fabrics. There really is. When you're looking especially for active wear and things like that. But when you're trying to get dressed for a special day or even just an everyday and you want to look a little elevated, and when you want to build a wardrobe that's going to last you year after year so that you know you're investing your money in something with some sticking power, you really want to lean into those natural fiber fabrics. Let's check out this beautiful V-neck long black dress from Lily Silk. Talk about the little black dress. This one is powerful. This is a crepe de chine silk dress, a beautiful heavyweight silk. It is absolutely luxurious. Now, you could wear it for an evening out, maybe during Christmas. You could wear it for, this is that kind of dress that you're going to keep in your closet year after year, and you're going to pull it out over and over to wear to weddings, to wear to anniversary parties, to wear that special evening out. So many opportunities to wear a beautiful dress like this. But look, you can actually wear this dress other ways too. I could put a cashmere sweater over my shoulder and it looks effortless and just really sophisticated and beautiful. Or I could even put this beautiful gray drop shoulder oversized sweater over that dress to give it a completely different look, a little bit more casual. It's still elegant, it still has that quiet luxury look, but it's a little bit more casual, a little bit more understated. Both of these pieces are really very simple. The lines are clean. These are silhouettes that I will be able to wear year after year. So my investment is good, but the fabrics are luxurious. They're going to stand the test of time and they're going to stand up against wear. They're breathable fabrics, so they don't hold on to odors and they make your skin feel so good as you wear them. Quality natural fiber fabrics last longer, so it makes your investment worthwhile. You will keep those items in your closet year after year, and you can pull them out and they look just as fresh every year if you take good care of them. So how do you take care of these products so that they last and so that you get your money's worth out of them? Several of the garments that I'm showing you from Lily Silk are actually either machine washable, like these great wool pants, these wool blend pants. They are mostly wool with a little bit of silk in them, and you can actually machine wash them and then, line dry them. This beautiful silk dress is also hand washable in cold water, and you can line dry it. Other things may need to be dry cleaned, but what I have found is if you'll hang your clothes out, lay them out after you've worn them, let them air out a little bit, then more than likely you do not need to wash them with every wear. In fact, cleaning your garments less often will actually help to extend the life of those garments. So I encourage you to wash your clothes as less frequently as possible. What about cashmere? Won't it peel? Well, it will. In fact, quality cashmere will still peel occasionally. In fact, the longer fibers, like we have on some of this beautiful brushed cashmere, like on these sweaters, they have a beautiful long thread cashmere, so they are going to peel a little bit. Just use a little cashmere or sweater comb on those, and you can remove those pills. Taking care of your cashmere year after year will extend the life of it, and you'll be able to enjoy these sweaters for a long time. Secret number 2 to creating that quiet luxury aesthetic is to lean into monochromatic dressing. I mean, monochromatic outfits are so chic, and they are really on style, have been for several years now. The most sophisticated, well-dressed women know how to create a monochromatic look. And so here I'm showing you a beautiful ivory monochromatic look. These beautiful silk and wool blend pants. These are a heavier fabric than the gray ones. And this beautiful silk charmeuse silk blouse that I'm wearing, as well as that beautiful cashmere cardigan, are probably all in a similar color because they're all from Lily Silk. But you can create a monochromatic look even if the shades are a little bit off. They don't have to be the same. In fact, you'll notice my accessories are not quite the same shade of ivory or white. So that's okay. Another secret to creating those beautiful monochromatic looks is to layer on the textures. So adding different textures to that look is really key. So I'm wearing a silk blouse. That beautiful satiny finish of the charmeuse blouse is so lovely against the wool and silk blend pants. They definitely have more of that wool texture. And then of course the cashmere sweater. Combining all of those textures really helps you to create a rich monochromatic look. So you'll want to be able to lean into that with your outfits. Well, how are you going to do that? You have to begin by building that wardrobe that accommodates that. So make sure as you do shop for your wardrobe that you take the time to buy things that will work together monochromatically. That's one of the reasons every time I buy a jacket or a cardigan, that completer piece, I make sure that I have either a tank top, a t-shirt, a shirt, a blouse, something that I can wear under it that is the same color. So at least that gets me monochromatic up top, and I could even wear that outfit over jeans, or I could wear it with some pants of the same color if I have them. So you have to think strategically as you build this closet. Otherwise, you're going to be frustrated that you don't have all the pieces that you need. So as you're building the wardrobe, and I would lean into neutrals like I've done here. I've got some black, some gray, camel, and ivory. You don't have to have all those neutrals by any means. In fact, I encourage you to kind of stick to about 3. But as you're doing that, try to make sure that you have all the elements that you'll need to create those monochromatic outfits. Here's another great example of that monochromatic look. I've just worn that beautiful mottled silk wool skirt with a cashmere tee from Lily Silk, generally in the same color or same tone. And then here's another one where, of course, I wore the black dress, and then I put over that dark gray, oversized drop shoulder sweater, creating that tonal look. And here I've worn the gray wool and silk pants These are a straight leg pant with that gray cable knit turtleneck short sleeve sweater from Lily Silk that I just love. That creates that column of gray. I have put a plaid blazer over it. It has the gray in it, dominant, but it also has some brown and some black. But it just creates that beautiful, soft, it's easy on the eyes, a really easy on the eyes aesthetic. So that really helps to create that quiet luxury look. Now the beauty though of the monochromatic dressing is that then you can split up those pieces and wear them with other colors in your closet and wear them beautifully. So now I've topped those ivory silk and wool blend pants with this beautiful blue cashmere sweater, a crew neck, oversized kind of, it's a drop shoulder sweater with a crew neck, just such a beautiful, lightweight, really, cashmere, just lovely. It comes in other colors. I have it in the gray here and the blue, and I think it comes in another color as well also. So just a beautiful sweater. So you can, of course, break up those pieces and you're going to get multiple outfits out of them. Secret number 3 is the power of polish, and that involves fit and finish. So of course, first of all, you want your garments to fit your body well. And if you need to have things tailored, then I hate to tell you, you're just going to have it done because you want things to be the right length, but you also want things to fit you well in the waist and in the hips, you know, all throughout the torso. You want jackets and shirts to fit you where they're supposed to in the shoulders. You want things to fit you right in the bosom. You don't want, you know, shirts pulling there at the button seam. So you want things to fit you really nicely. I will go ahead and tell you at this point that all the garments that I'm showing fit me true to size. I'm wearing a medium or a 10, which is what I generally wear in everything I'm showing. So I would say Lily Silk does a pretty good job of sizing their garments according to their sizing charts very accurately. So you want to really lean into that. You want to find you brands that you can shop comfortably and confidently, knowing that when you purchase something, it's going to be a right size for you and it's going to fit your body well. But it's not just fit, ladies. When we talk about polish, we also want to consider finish. And just once again, I just want to bring your attention, just as an example, hopefully you have products like this in your closet as well, or when you're out shopping other places. The things you do want to look for are small, even stitching. You want to look for finished seams. That means on the inside, they could be like this skirt where the seams are serged there along the edges and then they're laid nice and flat. They have pressed them out. They have tacked them at the ends so that they are going to lay that way. They're going to lay nice and flat against my hips as I'm wearing them. And also you're going to want, or inside you could have those French seams like I showed you on this beautiful blouse that I'm wearing. You want buttonholes to be constructed well. You know, I'm not really concerned about if a button has a loose thread or a long thread. I can just snip that. But that buttonhole, that's really important. I want it to be sewn beautifully. And all of these are, they are just pretty amazingly beautiful buttonholes, because buttonholes are not easy. They're not easy for me to sew, and I don't think they're even easy for manufacturers. But so you do want to look for that. We pay for that. That's the kinds of details that you are paying for as you invest in your wardrobe. The fourth key to the quiet luxury aesthetic is elevated layering for every season. Really, the best outfits are those where there is some layering of color, layering of texture, layering of fabrics, layering of those pieces. So that doesn't necessarily mean you have to wear more than one or more than two garments, but it means that things work together really nicely. Once again, you're either layering on different textures, different colors, different shades, or you are adding that extra piece. So here with this beautiful mottled silk wool A-line skirt, isn't it lovely? I am wearing this same silk blouse under that cashmere cardigan. and it just looks beautiful. This looks soft. That's really another aesthetic, a part of that aesthetic, that quiet luxury, is it's a softness. And so you want to choose fabrics that are soft and a little luxurious, and they have a beautiful drape. Again, I just have to go back to the beautiful drape of this skirt and how lovely it is. It's very versatile, and I can wear it so many different ways. So I can wear the skirt with the shirt and then the sweater over it for just a soft, casual look. Or I can create a completely different look for maybe a cooler season with that silk blouse. This time I've added a belt and a beautiful plaid blazer from my closet. And I've worn my boots here. So you can see how I've just layered on texture and pieces that are appropriate for the season. That one would be more for winter. But I built a closet, built a wardrobe, a collection here that helps me to do that. And the fifth secret to creating that quiet luxury aesthetic really is mindful consumption. And that sounds like a big term, but really what we're talking about is investing in a wardrobe that is really a legacy wardrobe. And you know what I think? I think there's two parts to this kind of legacy wardrobe that we're talking about. Yes, you actually may end up with a few things that you can pass on to a grateful daughter or daughter-in-law or neighbor or somebody like that as you maybe begin to tire of some pieces, because these are things you'll never need to get rid of. They'll never go out of style. But sometimes, let's say you tire of something, or your lifestyle no longer requires that. You'll be able to pass those things on. But beyond that, and I think maybe even more important than that, when we, as women over 50, smarter, wiser women over 50, invest wisely in a sustainable wardrobe from which we can create that quiet luxury aesthetic, then we actually also model that mindset to younger women. We model to our daughters and our daughters-in-law and young friends the value of a sustainable wardrobe, a wardrobe that mixes and matches, a wardrobe full of natural fiber fabrics that will last for years and will feel great when we wear them, full of garments that have a beautiful drape and beautiful construction so they really stand up to wear and to time. So we may be spending a little bit as we invest in each piece of our wardrobe, but we're truly getting a bang for our buck, and yet it's going to have a whisper effect. Because we're not investing in labels, we're investing in quality pieces that do all the talking. I think it is so important, especially as more mature women who do have an impact on others around us. One more mindset shift that I encourage you to adopt as you go forward is to think about, when you do go shopping or you shop online, is to think about not buying outfits, but building a wardrobe. By that, I do not mean that you don't think about outfits. In fact, every time I purchase anything, I think about how many outfits I can wear with that thing, whether it is a pair of shoes, a scarf, a blouse, a dress, a pair of pants. It doesn't matter. If it does not work with at least 3 other things in my closet to help me create outfits for at least 3 different kinds of occasions in my life, then I don't bring it into my closet. So I am thinking about outfits. But what I'm warning against is going to the store or getting online and just buying an outfit. Because what happens then is you bring that outfit into your closet and it doesn't go with anything else that you have in your closet. It just, those 3 pieces happen to work together. And ladies, when we do that, we end up stuck with 6 outfits that we've purchased, but not the ability to mix and match. And the quiet luxury style aesthetic really leans into being able to mix and match high quality pieces that are in your wardrobe. Things that you've had for years and years. So more than likely, you shouldn't need to start from scratch. You should be able to build on what you already have. Thanks so much for joining me for today's video, and thank you to Lily Silk for sponsoring the video. Be sure to check below for the links to the things that I've shown you here. You're going to absolutely love the quality of the garments that you receive when you purchase from Lily Silk. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video, and let me know in the comments below of one or two of those high quality, lovely things that you have in your closet that you would consider like some of your best purchases ever. I would love to hear you brag a little bit on your wardrobe. Thanks for being here, ladies, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye now.